Potions are a very useful, although kinda underutilized part of Minecraft. For me, it's because they are somewhat tedious to make and I have to look up the recipes pretty often. Hopefully in the future they have a recipe feature similar to the one for crafting, because they are really convenient to have. Ideally, I'd like to consistently have a variety of potions with me so that I'm ready for any scenario, and so today I'm going to make an automatic potion brewery. Now this is going to require a lot of farms, so links to any and all farms I use will be in the description. And I actually already do have one very important farm done, and that is an iron farm by Voltrox. Unfortunately, I lost the recording of me building it, but it's only a hole in the ground, so you didn't miss very much. Despite it being a hole in the ground though, this thing produces a lot of iron, which will be useful because I have around 120 hoppers to make for the brewer. So let's talk about that now. So here's the plan. I've been doing some terrain work to prep for the build, which is outlined here. And since I'm making an automatic brewer, I think it only makes sense to put it inside of a bar. And I say inside, but it's actually going to go underneath. And that's just because I designed the structure before I knew how big the brewer was. But yeah, it's going to be an outside bar with a patio wrapped around it. But yeah, we'll see more of that later. For now though, I'm going to start digging. Okay guys, the first module for the potion brewer is complete. This is a design by Beef and Cheese, and I'm going to try to explain how it works, but again, I'm no redstoner. So you will put your water bottles into this barrel here, and it will get funneled into the brewing stand. And then you will put your ingredients in the correct order, going from front to back into the dispensers. And then when this lever is flipped and turned on, all of the items will be dropped into the hoppers right here and funneled into this hopper in the correct order, and then into the brewing stand. And then when the last ingredient leaves this hopper, this redstone output will change from 2 to 1, and it will invert this signal, turn on a clock, which is synced perfectly with the potion being brewed. And that will unlock the hopper, and it will be dumped into this chest right here. And you can expand the storage, but I'm good with this for now. Also, if you guys need an item filter, pink petals work really good because they are super easy to get at cherry groves. You can just swipe at the floor and collect a ton of them really fast. So yeah, I'm gonna get to building the rest of the modules. So I got to building those, but I wasn't able to finish them because I was still missing the brewing stands. I needed blaze rods for those and blaze powder for strength potions later, so I decided it would be a good idea to make a blaze farm. I also wanted a magma cream farm for fire resistance, so I would go to the Nether and build both of those farms. But before I did that, I had to make a new Nether portal since my other one was a few hundred blocks away. And after I finished the potion brewer, I made my first diamond pickaxe, collected some obsidian, and made the new portal here. And after some time of searching in the Nether, I finally found myself a Nether fortress. If I get hit off, I'm gonna be very upset. This is very risky. Okay, somehow we made it with no problems. I'm gonna quickly block this way off in case any wither skeletons decide to spawn. Okay, the blaze spawner is secured. I'm gonna start working on the farms now. This first farm is a blaze farm by Kaymund. It actually took me a long time to get the blaze spawner and the Nether fortress safe enough to start building it, and I was pretty nervous that I was going to get hit by a ghast the whole time, but I got through it and it works quite well. It doesn't give a crazy amount of drops, but it does get the job done. The next farm is a magma cream farm by Shulker Craft. This one definitely took a lot longer than the previous one, but it works really well. Typically this farm makes use of wither roses, but I didn't have any of those, so I supplemented them for berry bushes. I think that slows down the rates a little bit, but I end up getting more drops than I know what to do with. In last episode I made a bee farm, and I've been collecting so much honeycomb, so I decided to put it to use, and I really like how it makes this farm look. And of course, right when I'm finishing up the build, I get knocked down the side by a slime, but luckily it's really easy to find all your stuff at the top of the nether roof. But yeah, this farm with wither roses gets around 3,600 drops an hour, so a little bit less with the berry bushes. But yeah, that's the farm's done, and I've already been able to brew and store a ton of strength potions at the blaze farm, so they're already being very useful. Okay guys, the ingredients have been loaded and the potions have been brewed. And so far we have 5 different kinds of potions, all labeled and fully stocked. So far we have fire resistance, strength 2, swiftness, night vision, and invisibility. And there are 7 more brewers available for the future. And for now, I am storing all my extra glass bottles in this chest right here. And there's some water here so that I can restock all the water bottles. And the only thing left to do is to put a shell on this thing. And that's what I'm going to do now. Alright, check it out guys, the bar is done. So let me give you a tour of it. At the front I have this patio that loops around the entire build. And right here is the outside bar area with a few menus written in the enchantment language. Over here we've got a very interesting dumpster and trash bag. And if we come inside, we've got a few high top booths littered around the area, and here is the serving area as well. For reference, that is where the townhouse is. We've also got a little jukebox here, and if we come down here, we have the room for the brewer, which I think turned out really good. I'm very pleased with how it came out. So I went with these designs here and repeated them over and over a bunch. And then in order to break up the repetition, I made these sections here. But yeah, I'm very pleased with it. Of course, we've been using the potions already, which is great because that's the whole reason I made this. And over here we have some glow berries that serve as both light and a way to get up to the brewer so that I can refill the ingredients. And of course I still have 7 potion slots available, which I will slowly be chipping away at. But yeah, that's going to be about it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave your thoughts and comments below, and thank you for watching.